I do disagree on certain things. For instance, let me see here. Like, I don't think that just because you're a dude, like we would have to submit to pretty much your decisions.
You have to now.
No, we don't. And
No, you do. So listen, I want to
think,
explain a concept to you real quick, and then you can respond.
Yeah.
Do you know what force doctrine is? Do you understand what that means?
Say it one more time. My apologies.
Force doctrine.
No.
Well, the idea here is essentially that all rights which are granted on planet Earth are granted by men. And the way that we know that all rights are granted by men is because we can look not only at the historic standard, but currently right now in modern year, and we can see that every nation on planet Earth, if the men decide that women have no rights, they don't have any. And the men do. And so essentially what happens is women are living based around the benevolence of men who can at any time of their choosing snatch their rights away, and there is zero recourse that women have for this. And so I wanted to explain this to you as we go through kind of what I'm going to consider to be a preamble for your feminist monologue about how, wait a second, we're equal. That's an illusion. There is no equality. There's never been equality at any time, and this is the standard globally. Men can take the rights away from women, and women can't do anything about it. But the opposite is not true.
Andrew, can you specify that you're making a what
claim.
Is?
I'm not saying it should be that way.
He's not.
Try to understand that I'm not saying we should do that. I'm just expressing to you the concept that this is the way things actually are. And I can point to you dozens upon dozens of nations where that is the case right now. Not that it should be that way, but that it is. It is the case that women get their rights from men. Otherwise, I don't understand where else they would get them from, because a right to me is just something which can be enforced, right?
Well, there was no question, so.
Well, no, I was actually going to let her dive into what she was going to say. I just wanted to give her the preamble. So that she understood my worldview. She understood where I was coming from.
Yeah, I do see where you're coming from, and I feel like, or from what I know, like the Women's March, and just like instances where I feel like women have tried to, or like fought for their rights.
With what? With what?
It is a matter of...
Would they fight with bad language? Oh, please, we want our rights. I mean, honestly, what do you think women fought with? What do you think they fought with? Do you think they went and like took their broom handles and went and beat the men over the head with them? They whined in the streets. They didn't fight. There was no fighting. They didn't fight for nothing.
The act...
I mean, that's the truth, right?
The act of the march is to pretty much promote like the rights of women, and I feel like in order for that to push forward, it was through the recognition of men that also have supported those rights as well. And it was a joint effort. It's not just simply...
Oh no, I agree with that. I agree that it's a joint effort.
That's why.
That's actually to my point. But what happens if men decide it's no longer a joint effort and they decide tomorrow, men, you know what, women don't have any rights? What happens to women's rights then?
Guess we'll...
Like, let's say 1 million women were marching in the streets for their rights, and men went, no, you get nothing. What could women actually do about that?
Good question. That is a good question. I feel like, in that sense, we'll never know unless it actually happens, right?
Oh, no, it actually has happened more times than you can count, and it's happening right this second in dozens of countries. where men say, okay, all you women, you're second-class citizens, and you can't do, and you know what they do? Nothing. They can't do anything about it.
It is hard to seek asylum in like different countries. I feel, and it takes.
Yeah, but what if the globe did it? What if the men of the globe just went, nah, women, second-class citizens. Men decided that. Women could never make such a decision. If women collectively tomorrow said all men are second-class citizens, we would laugh. They could never enforce it in a million. How would they ever enforce that? They couldn't do it. Only men can do that, right?
Meanwhile, women.